The Prince and Princess of Monaco have been the subject of much speculation and mystery throughout their marriage. So here's a timeline of the rumors and events that have fueled the headlines. The marriage of Prince Albert II of Monaco and Princess Charlene has been subject to intense scrutiny and speculation, driven by rumors of infidelity, alleged attempts to leave Monaco, and Charlene's health issues. Despite the persistent rumors, the couple has maintained a public stance of solidarity and commitment. They've worked hard over the last decade to dismiss what they call malicious headlines and continue to put on a united front for important occasions like the coronation of King Charles and Queen Camilla. Their story continues to capture the public's imagination, blending the allure of royalty with the intrigue of personal and marital challenges. Often compared to the ill-fated marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, their latest interaction with the press has raised a few eyebrows. In what the Daily Express points out as eerily similar to the now infamous Prince Charles and Diana Spencer, whatever in love means interview, Prince Albert has admitted that he didn't fall in love with his wife immediately. Grace Kelly's The Late Princess of Monaco's son told Paris Match, I don't know if we fell in love back then, you know? After that, I didn't see Charlene again for several years. Albert described their first encounter, explaining, first of all, I thought she was an excellent swimmer and that she was friendly, cheerful, and approachable. We had a great time. He joked, I don't know if I should say this, but that night I got her into a bit of trouble because I didn't get her home in time. The two went years without seeing each other or speaking to each other until Prince Albert's father passed away and Charlene contacted him to send her condolences. That particular part of their story actually does remind me of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. The prince and Di knew each other socially, but reunited at a house party in 1980. This was about a year after Charles's great uncle, Lord Mountbatten, was killed by the IRA. Diana told him, You looked so sad when you walked up the aisle at Lord Mountbatten's funeral. It was the most tragic thing I've ever seen. My heart bled for you when I watched. I thought, it's wrong. You're lonely. You should be with somebody to look after you. Mountbatten was like a father to the young prince, and Diana's concern was so appreciated that he leaned over and gave her a kiss. I've always loved that story. The Prince and Princess of Monaco have been the subject of much speculation and mystery throughout their marriage. So here's a timeline of the rumors and events that have fueled the headlines. Prince Albert II and Charlene Wittstock, a former Olympic swimmer from South Africa, originally met in the early 2000s. Charlene was a knockout athlete that had just placed fifth at the Sydney Olympic Games. Prince Albert observed her competing in a different swimming competition where she actually won the gold. The two quickly bonded over athletics and their competitive spirits, having both been Olympic athletes. Prince Albert previously competing with Monaco's bobsled team. Now, we should probably explain that in the 1990s, Albert was what one might consider promiscuous. Move over, Randy Andy. There was another Playboy prince breaking hearts and stealing headlines. In the early days of his relationship with Charlene, Albert was humiliatingly forced to admit to fathering a child with another woman, an air stewardess, after a paternity suit in 2005. But why admit to one illegitimate child when you can admit to two? In 2006, Albert broke down and confirmed through a statement that he was also the father of a child named Jasmine. This was a delayed response, considering the fact that the American mother filed the paternity suit against him all the way back in 1992. This had to be upsetting for Charlene, who was hit not once, but twice with public humiliation. From here on out, we could refer to him as the Prince of Paternity Suits. Despite all of that baby mama drama, we first spot Prince Albert and Charlene as a couple at the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics in 2006. Fast forward to 2010, the couple announced their engagement on June 23rd. The prince proposed with a pear-cut diamond engagement ring, and it was reported at the time that he followed tradition by asking her father, Michael, for permission to marry her. Well, Prince Albert and his fiancée stole the show at Prince William and Kate Middleton, now the Prince and Princess of Wales's wedding on April 29th, 2011. You have to wonder if Charlene was asking herself, what exactly am I getting myself into? Monaco's most gorgeous pair were married in a lavish ceremony just a few months later in July of 2011. The guest list was as glamorous as you would imagine and featured some familiar faces to us, like the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Everywhere you looked, there were supermodels and rock stars. The 3-day event began on June the 30th with a concert by the Eagles. Hopefully they didn't perform Lion Eyes because yikes. July 1st was the civil ceremony in the throne room of the Prince's palace. Charlene wore a custom-made Chanel suit. The religious ceremony was held on July 7th, where she wore an off-the-shoulder Armani gown with 40,000 crystals. But while the bride's big day might have looked like a fairy tale, I mean, who doesn't want to become a princess? There were whispers that Charlene had gotten cold feet, possibly due to a paternity suit or two. How many are we at now? Leading up to the wedding, there were rumors that she had tried to flee Monaco multiple times, allegedly after learning of Prince Albert's rumored infidelities and the existence of illegitimate children. Reports claimed that she was stopped at the airport and persuaded to stay, but these rumors were fiercely denied by the palace. However, as photos from the ceremony started circulating worldwide, people were startled by how visibly upset Charlene looked on her wedding day, with tears in her eyes. At the time, the princess brushed these rumors off, insisting that brides are simply emotional on their wedding day. After the wedding, the couple's body language and public appearances led to further speculation. Observers noted that Charlene often seemed distant and unhappy. After watching Charlene interact with the media for years now, I honestly feel like she might just be a shy public figure. I don't think she necessarily enjoys the spotlight, which is hard to digest because she is so beautiful and she married a freaking prince, but maybe she truly did marry just for love. In 2014, the couple welcomed to the world twins, a precious baby girl and boy. It was a particularly special holiday season as the babies were born on December 10th. Speaking of Christmas miracles, fast forward to December 2020. A third paternity suit against Albert was filed. This time, the accuser was a Brazilian woman suing Albert for paternity of her child. She claimed it was conceived during Albert's relationship with his wife. The Prince of Paternity Suit's lawyers called the claim a hoax, and the couple put on a united front. But tabloids quickly took note of Charlene's rebellious new pixie haircut. In 2021, Princess Charlene's health starts to decline. The princess spent a significant amount of time in South Africa, her home country, due to a severe infection. She even missed her 10th wedding anniversary. Her prolonged absence from Monaco and from her family, including her twins, led to widespread speculation about the true nature of her stay and the state of her marriage. Yet, she was in a very difficult position physically, deemed unsuitable to fly by her doctors in the middle of a global pandemic that had incredibly strict travel laws. Now, Charlene returns to Monaco in November of 2021, but shortly thereafter, she entered a treatment facility in Switzerland to address her physical and emotional exhaustion. Prince Albert explained that Charlene's health issues were genuine and that she needed time to recover. Despite these explanations, rumors continued to swirl about the stability of their relationship. We don't see much of the princess until May of 2022, when she slowly returned to the royal fold. She told a newspaper, My state of health is still fragile, and I don't want to go too fast. The path has been long, difficult, and very painful. On a positive note, she added that she was very happy to be back home in Monaco with her family. In December of 2022, the entire family participated in a Christmas event, and it was excellent to see the princess with her beautiful twins. The family made several public appearances together after her return, often emphasizing their commitment to one another. They have also spoken publicly about the challenges they have faced, aiming to dispel the ongoing, here's that word again, speculation. Hard eye roll. In 2022 and 2023, they appeared more frequently at official events and family functions. July of 2023 saw a rare public display of affection. Well, digitally. Prince Albert and Princess Charlene released a casual photo marking their 12th wedding anniversary. Shared to Instagram, the picture was captioned, "Happy Wedding Anniversary to Their Highnesses, Prince Albert and Princess Charlene." But in August of 2023, the tabloids were back and accusing the royals of completely living separately. Charlene, rumored to be living in Switzerland, while Albert remained in Monaco with their twins. The palace stayed silent in this instance, but again, remember, they had previously dismissed separate rumors of a split. Meanwhile, the princess's personal Instagram account was deleted amid the whispers heightening the hysteria around the pair. But here we are in 2024, and I can honestly tell you that you can ignore those reports because throughout 2024, we have seen the couple regularly appear together. We recently saw them at the Monte Carlo Television Festival in June and celebrations for Prince Albert's birthday back in March. Honestly, I don't think there was anything negative about Prince Albert's comments about slowly falling in love with his wife. Love at first sight is overrated. Only 9 couples from Netflix's Love is Blind across 6 seasons are still married. I don't know what that math is, but it doesn't sound good. The paternity suits aren't great, but this princess was too deep when she said, "I do," and knew what she was getting into. I think she has sincerely been struggling with her health, and hopefully the tabloids will give her some room to breathe. She has a beautiful home and a beautiful family, and I wish both Prince Albert and Princess Charlene nothing but happily ever after from here. Do you think that the Charles and Diana comparisons are fair? I think these two seem awfully committed to making things work. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and send to a friend. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Kinsey Schofield.